Okay, so here I am after 2 days of being in the one of the worst depressions I've been in a while. Literally, I mean, through my depressions, I'm usually able to get up and do things and, just kind of like stuff it down and act like it's not there. But this time, and as I'm getting older, that's getting harder. So, I mentioned in my last video a story I wanted to tell you guys about something weird that happened to me and is continuing to happen. So, these shadow people, I mean, they've been here for a while, but there's a new one, okay? There's one new one. It follows me in my dreams. It follows me around the house. And it's sometimes unsettling. Most, like, at night when I'm alone, it's unsettling because every single night, I kid you fucking not, I swear to God, on everything that I love, on my daughter, on my son, on my other son, on my mom, on everybody, I have been waking up at 3 o'clock or 3:30, somewhere between 3 and 4 for the past, ever since this happened, okay? Which is why I know and how I know that something is, and has been, and has followed me from this place. Okay, so this is where the story starts. I live in Southwest Virginia on the border of Tennessee, East Tennessee, okay? Like the closest town to me is Kingsport, Tennessee. And anyway you drive, you end up in a couple different, you can end up in a few different states, So there's a highway that's close to me, or an interstate, I'm sorry, Interstate 26, all right? Now, I was traveling, I was kind of partially living in South Carolina for a while. And so I have a doctor down there that I see for my anxiety medications and things like that. And I still go to him because I really like him. And he's really cheap because I don't have insurance. People always ask me, why do you go all the way down to South Carolina, like a 5-hour drive one way to see a doctor? Well, that's why, because he's cool. I like him a lot. And I like his staff. Well, anyway, that has really nothing to do with the point. That's just like, where this took place. Okay, so I have been going to this doctor for a couple years now. And I always heard that, like, because my doctor is in North Charleston, in a little town called Summerville, South Carolina. And so I always was told that that town and North Charleston is about an hour from the beach. Now, it might be, but I went down to my doctor one time. It was like 2 months ago. Let's see, when was it? Yeah, it was December, okay? No, January, I'm sorry. Beginning of January, this is when this started going on. I had brought, because usually I don't have a license. And so I have a friend drive me. I rent a car for the person. And, like, I pay for everything. I pay for the gas, the car, the everything. And, I just need somebody to drive me there. And so I get this girl that I know, who I'm really good friends with, and we drive down there, okay? And so she is really excited about how close we are to the beach. Well, how close we are. And so I just look at, like, Google Maps, and I just, like, when we were already in Somerville, North Charleston, I looked at Google Maps to see how far away we were from the water. Like, just in general, like, what was the closest point to us that was the water? And I just, like, found the map, and then I looked at it, and I clicked on the button, like, to the coast, and that's where it took us, okay? So I thought it was the beach. I thought it was, like, the actual sand, like the beach. But where it ended up taking us to was this place called, it was actually downtown Charleston. in the French Quarter. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to Charleston, South Carolina, but it's a little like historic part of Charleston that's been there for like ever since Charleston has existed, since like the 1600s or some shit. I don't know when Charleston was like founded or whatever, but like it's really old, okay? And all the buildings there are super old, and the vibe there is just like a different type of vibe. Well, I find that this place is 16 minutes, literally 16 minutes from where we are. And so me and my friend decide we're just going to go. You know, we drive 5 hours from the mountains. We might as well just go see the water real quick, you know? And so that's what we decide to do. Well, we get to the water where I just randomly clicked on a map. And it takes us to this garden park. It's called White Point Garden Park. And then there's like another, I guess it's like a peninsula. I'm not really sure. But like back in the day, and I guess still to this day, I'm not really sure though. Ships, you know, cargo ships come in through this port. And there's like, from where I was standing, you could see another island, or maybe it was just another part of the land. I'm not really sure. Pretty sure it was another part of the land, or an island. Don't quote me. But it's called Battery Park or some shit. I don't really know. I wasn't over there. I was on the part White Point Garden, okay? We get there, and it is like, not like a park. It's like one of those like it has a gazebo, and it's like a picnic park, I guess. You know, it's just like trees and like pretty grass, you know, next to the water. It's a really pretty place. And it had all these Confederate, statues dedicated to Confederate generals. And, you know, people who were like important back then. And they're like huge, like monuments, not just statues. These are like monuments to these people. And I knew nothing about this place, like when we went there. But the second I stepped onto the land, even before that actually, it was because we were exploring the street, and this street is lined with like really old historic homes. Like, they're beautiful, the most pretty, beautiful homes I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, we're checking out this one place, and I just get this creepy vibe from this tree, and I start taking pictures of it. And, you know, we're walking around the grounds, and this place is not, it's not just somebody's house. This was like a converted into a bed and breakfast, I guess, or like an inn, you know. So we were kind of walking around in the front yard of this place, me and my friend, and we crossed the street. You know, I'm like mesmerized with this tree. And if y'all don't know, in South Carolina, they have Spanish moss all over their trees. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. And this park is just lined with these super old oak trees, like on each side. And in between, there's like a path you can walk on and like stuff like that. If the video wasn't so messed up, I would upload it so y'all could see. But like, it's tilted the wrong way. So I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, well, you know, I'm a Wiccan. And so I get these weird urges to like, if I feel energy, I want to grab like a piece of nature from this place. So I did. We're walking around, and instantly I started filming because I got this creepy feeling. I got this like unsettling, heavy, dark feeling. And, you know, South Carolina's got a lot of dark, negative, evil history, as y'all can probably guess, with slavery and all that. Because, you know, Charleston was, or, you know, South Carolina in general, and this, you know, all of the South, it was, you know, it's a brutal place back then. And even, doesn't matter what race you are, people were just brutal, you know. And you could really feel that energy in those places. In these old southern towns, you can feel that energy. It's alive and it's thriving. Well, stupid me never learns my lesson with these types of things. I picked up, because, you know, when you're a Wiccan, you don't want to just like rip down a piece of a bark or like pick a flower or something. You don't do that. And if you do, you like, you leave something as an offering, like a crystal or like something, you know. You don't just like take whatever you want and then that's that. Even if it is just a stick, you need to ask permission. And of course, I did not, because I was so caught up with the beauty of the place and my friend was there. And so I grabbed one. In fact, let me grab it. Hold on. Okay. I grabbed this here. This is a piece of like old bark that was on the ground from one of these oak trees, okay? And even touching it makes my heart race. Ever since then, I was getting this, you know, when I came home, that's when this new shadow person started to appear in my dreams. And I don't know if you guys know this, but like, if you're really closed off to spirits, but you are clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, whatever you are, if you have any type of gift to where, because if you have got a gift, a spiritual gift, you have a light on your head in the spiritual realm, okay? You just imagine everything's black and you're like a ghost or whatever, okay? This sounds crazy, but listen to me. This is true. I know this to be true because this is just, you know, I've experienced it enough to where there's no doubt in my mind, at least. I don't know about y'all, but like in my mind, I know this to be true. When you are a spiritual person and you have that raised vibration, I guess you could call it, when you're in tune with like your intuition and just like, you know, stuff like that. If you're into that stuff, you have a light on in the spiritual world. And it's flashing for these spirits, whether it be good or bad, to see that. And so they know automatically that you are somebody that could potentially receive a message from them, which could potentially help this spirit. So if you are that type of person, but you don't experience like ghosts or you don't experience like anything, look at your dreams. I promise you. If you are seeing the same person, but it's nobody you know or nobody you've ever seen, look at what that person is trying to tell you. I have spirits that visit me in my dreams all the time. I've had loved ones. I've got my best friend, her mom passed away when I was 15, and I'd known her almost all my life. She visited me in my dream at the 10-year anniversary of her death. My stepdad's brother, twin brother, visited me in a dream when my stepdad was having a hard time, and I relayed a message to my stepdad that he needed at the time. And so I've been dreaming of this spirit. I never can see the person, but they're always, it's like they know that I have something. It's like I have something that they need and they want and they're trying to get from me. And it's almost like you see them in your peripheral when you're not looking, in a dream and in life. So I can never like look at them and then they're there. They always move to my peripheral, which is unsettling. You know, if something doesn't want to be seen, there's a reason why this thing does not want to be seen. And I don't know what it is. And I believe that this is the reason for my current state of mind. Like for the past, since January. You know, I have been feeling more anxiety than normal. I've been waking up at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 in the morning. And if y'all know anything about anything, y'all know that that's not a good sign. Because I always wake up and I look right here into my hallway. Because I know that motherfucker's out there staring at me. I just feel it. I don't know if you guys have ever felt these things before. And so my conclusion is it's this. It was this. I don't like to touch that thing. And when I go back to South Carolina on the 18th, I'm taking this little bitch back. And I'm going to put it right back where I found it. And that's going to be that. Because I don't know what followed me home, but I know something did. My cats have been watching something. That's a whole other thing on its own. They're watching something constantly. They don't normally do that. Sometimes they do. when I first moved in, they did. They were scared to go in this room right here, this little studio part. They did not like that room because there was like an energy in there. But this is another whole different type of thing. You know, the feelings I'm getting. So I bought a EMF detector. And I have caught the thing in the EMF detector once or twice. You can tell that it's not just from anything because it's never in the same spot. That's for one. It's always in a corner when I look for it, or it passes by me real quick. So there is something or somebody here, and they have followed me from Charleston, South Carolina, a spirit or something. And yeah, that's what's been happening. This thing is like draining me of like spiritual, psychic, all that type of energy. And so I've been saging every night before I go to bed. I've been saging when I wake up. I light the frankincense because frankincense has been known to like lift depressive moods. None of it's working. I don't know what happened and what I did to upset whatever. I don't know if I upset it or if it's just like there's something urgent that it's like wanting to let me know. So yeah, that was just, that's what's been going on. That's why I have been making less and less videos, because I'm trying to figure this thing out. And I'm starting to get really concerned with my mental health, because it's never usually this bad. Yeah, it's always like, there's like a base level of bad that I can experience, but it never stays this long. So when I go back to South Carolina, I'm going to show y'all that I'm going to bring this little stick right here, and I am going to put it back into the park where I found it. And hopefully that will be that. If not, then yikes, somebody help, send help. Not really, but I guess I'll be fine, but I just have to keep my spiritual guard up. So yeah, just wanted to like tell that little story to y'all, and just come back on here, and I'm gonna probably get off here and do some brainstorming for some new video ideas, because I'm in a slump. And so hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you liked it, then you did. If you didn't, then you didn't. That's cool. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.